It seems like I was just doing a bunch of bullet journaling videos. Today I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for the week. It's the first full week of February. I just got back from Planners Rock. The day this video goes up is Thursday, but I'm filming it on a Monday because that's how I live my life, and I'm still not sure why I do it this way. Maybe I'll revisit that in the future. I've just come off of my month-long of Plan As You Go and felt kind of weird not making planner videos for the last few days, but on the same note, since I just got back from the Planners Rock event in Palm Springs, I wouldn't have had time anyway. So let's take a look at this last week and kind of basically sense the end of my Plan As You Go series and see where we're at. I still have not finished my ideal week yet. That's hopefully something I'll get to tonight after I get caught up. This was the end of bullet journaling for the Plan As You Go month for the end of January, and moving from there, you can see I didn't do any time tracking this last week once I started getting towards the Planners Rock event. I generally don't time track when I'm on a trip. I may do other things like my challenges, but I won't time track because I don't have the chance to sit down with my highlighters and do it, and it's harder to remember what I've done over the course of a day. I did get most of my priorities taken care of. Was shitty as fuck at checking my blood pressure, but I didn't have room in my bag to bring it with me anyway, so no big deal. Now, as you can see, I started this month's Llamas Love lettering every damn day, and it looks super sloppy, and it's because this month I am testing out, or at least I don't know for the whole month, but at least for right now, I am testing out these Spectrum Noir art liners, and I'm using the brush pen from that set, and it's very hard for me to control. So you are seeing how hard it is for me to control when I'm writing these. I wanted to use a brush pen for the lettering challenge this month because it's words I love to write in brush pen and words I don't love to write in brush pen. And these are all words I love to write, and they're looking kind of wonky. So I'm really curious to see what happens as I move forward. We set up February. I'm super happy. Here's my Oh So Cute doodles so far for the month. As you can see, Red Panda came out cute. This was meant to be tie-dye. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but that's what it was meant to be. This is supposed to be a bleeding heart flower, but I didn't give myself a lot of space, and it kind of looks vaguely sexual.
Yeah.
And then here's a toothbrush for yesterday. Here's the Fox Kids Doodle Challenge that I've been doing. It's one I just made up for myself. Shows that we're on the Fox Kids afternoon programming in the early 90s. Got Bobby from Bobby's World, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which my husband was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I went and I found the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes soundtrack. Put tomato emojis in the comments if you remember that show when you were a kid. And then Beetlejuice the cartoon and Batman the animated series is where we are at so far. My filled out task list and calendar for the month with this work, church, and the rest kind of situation. And then here's my habit tracker. What I decided to do this month was use the Tombow color palette, which I will have listed down below. I'm using 6 colors this month. I'm alternating colors from the grays, the pinks, and then black and pink down here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like it's a little bit too much work, so we'll see how it's going. But as you can see, I kept up with some of my habits while I was in Palm Springs, and some of them, especially like eating well, that just went right out the window. And then for my February memories so far, where I'm writing down things as a memory, there's that, which we will not discuss right now.
Yeah.
And then fried chicken. I had delicious fried chicken actually on both Friday and Saturday in Palm Springs. On Saturday, I won Planner Chopped, which was the competition. My patrons got to live stream it. If you're in the West Coast Planners group, you may have caught a little bit of it there too. But it was where there were 6 of us going up against each other, not knowing what the supplies were, blah, 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 and we had to plan against each other, and the audience voted, and I won. I took home the trophy. Now I'm going to stop resting in that. Let's move forward. And then here is the last of my bullet journal for the week. It was Thursday. I didn't even go back and finish crossing off a couple of things that I had done. I did not, however, bullet journal at all over the course of the rest of the weekend. So that's where we're at for right now. So I need to get my week set up. I need to get my bullet journaling for today set up, and I need to do my challenges for today. And that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to try anything wacky or different because I am still wiped out. Hopefully I'll start thinking about testing a couple of layouts out in the next couple of weeks. I'm expecting, I only have, if I'm looking at this is page 164, and there are 201 grid pages, so it's like 40 pages left for the rest of February. We'll see if I make it. I have to go all the way back to the start of January for Year in Pixels. Right here, I did have regular ass days. The only real issue I ran into was that the last couple of days, my feet and ankles have been super swollen. Too much information, but I have kidney problems, and that comes with the turf. But no painkillers, and I managed to survive it. I do need to mark in for yesterday, though I didn't do that. It was also another regular ass day, which is something I love to see. Let's start with my Oh So Cute doodles. Like I said, I am testing out these Spectrum Noir art liners all month, and I will have, or at least for a while, and I will have a video talking about them at some point in February. I'm using the 03 to do some of my doodling as I usually do. Today's doodle prompt for the Oh So Cute doodles is knit. There's a ball of yarn. For the Fox Kids Doodle Challenge, another person from Batman the Animated Series, we're going with Clayface because I thought he would be fun to draw. At least I'm assuming he's going to be fun to draw. There we go. Kind of a bubbling mess, but looks kind of like Clayface, or it could be Pizza the Hut if you've watched a bunch of Spaceballs. I don't have a memory yet for today because I haven't gotten through today yet. Looking at the habits, I'll fill those out tomorrow. And then the last thing I need to do is my lettering for the day, but I'm gonna do that when I draw the weekend. I'm using a bunch of black and pink washi tape, some from Simply Gilded, some from Michaels, to do all my various washi for the month as a color scheme. So I'm gonna start by washing the shit out of this page. I'm not really changing any of the layout from recently because it's working for me and I just don't have enough energy today to try and do something wacky and different. I will say that I have been reading the feedback you guys have left on my last Plan As You Go video, my Q&A video, talking about when you'd like to see that series again. Starting to lean towards quarterly, or at least trying in 2 more months. Like, so what would that be? January, February, March. So doing it in April. I'm thinking about doing it in April as like to see if doing it in another couple months would be too much or if I need to do it every 6 months. But I'm thinking about trying quarterly first and seeing how it makes me feel before I change my mind about anything else. That's just a little heads up. I guess I can take a few seconds here and chat a little bit about Planners Rock. So this is where YouTube channel Inception comes in. I'm filming this on Monday before I do anything else. And I'm planning to publish this on Thursdays. If you watch this the day it came out, you're watching it on Thursday. So if you're watching it on Thursday, then you might have already seen my video that I'm going to be doing after I film this one, which is my haul showing some of the swag I got in Palm Springs and some of the things I bought from the vendors in Palm Springs. And I just totally went crooked on that. Look at that crooked exceptionalism right there. So if you watch that haul video, maybe I will have already rambled about Palm Springs. Maybe I shouldn't bother rambling right now. That's so weird. Let me just say that I had a blast. The West Coast Planners always put on a really fun event. They're some of my favorites, and it's so fucking crooked. Oh my God. Well, I can't do anything about it now, so I might as well just keep going. The West Coast Planners always put on fun events, and it's not just because I'm a Californian and I'm biased, but I really enjoy their events. And it was a lot of fun to talk. It was fun to hear Madi Mundo give a bullet journal thing. Boho Berry wasn't able to make it, so Madi filled in and she did a fantastic job. Izzy talking about Planner Peace, also awesome. Amy Tangerine was amazing. Planner Chopped, which I won. I'm just gonna keep rubbing that in. I guess it's my right? Planner Chopped was a lot of fun, a lot more stressful than I expected it to be. The nice part was everybody else also got to use the shit on stage. Like, I mean, they were given what we were given first. So they also got to plan along with us. They just didn't have to worry as much about being like laughed at, I guess. It was a lot of fun. Good times. Good times. I highly recommend that if you have never gone to a planner meetup at all, that you should go to one, find one in your area, search your area and planners on the Facebook, and you can often find a local group. So go look for that if you can. And if you have an opportunity to go to a bigger one, like one of the West Coast Planner events, or Go Wild, or Winter Planner Land, or one of the ones that the New York Planner Addicts, there's some bigger ones that happen on the regular. If you can go to a bigger planner event, whether or not I am there, although that's always a bonus, I would suppose. Gosh, I'm smug today. My suggestion would be give it a shot. If you are an introvert or you're scared because you've never met anybody in person, I will give you the advice I gave to some people this weekend. A lot of people are introverted and nervous when they come to events like this. So try it anyway. If you can. If it works financially for you, if it works out that you can go, give it a shot. You may come out of it with new friends. At the very least, you'll come out of it having gone to something that maybe gave you an opportunity to feel a little bit like you took a few minutes for yourself. And that's always, always valuable. I recommend going to big and small. I actually love small planner meetups. There's this group of us who live in my area who get together occasionally for dinner, and I have just as much fun there too. because I get to have a chance to talk to people that I like. And we don't just talk about planners, we talk about all sorts of things. Planners just happen to be the hobby that brought us together. I've been to plenty of planner events of all different scales, shapes, and sizes. The biggest one I've been to was last year's Go Wild, which had 750 people at it, and the smallest ones I've been to have just been a lunch that I've had with one planner person. You know, I've hung out with one planner person and their husband at one of my husband's concerts. They came to hear my husband's band play here in Napa. I have been to various different levels of events and I have enjoyed myself. I have met new people and everything brings something different to the table. So if you can't go to one of the bigger events, don't beat yourself up over it. It's really also could be just as fun to meet someone, one person who you may never have met before if it wasn't for the internet. And that is the end of my spiel for that right now. I need to draw in my Llamas Love Lettering every damn day lines here so that I can do that. Then I will do that, I will do that, and then that, and then that. And then I will, why is none of this washi tape smoothed down? Did I just not do it right? I don't fucking know what's going on. I will get my challenge done, and then I will get my bullet journaling for, Then I will get my bullet journaling for the day done, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. I am exhausted and also have a metric ass load in the metric ass load measurement system. I have a metric ass load of shit to catch up on. I need to get on with being a grown-up. I know it's so hard to be a grown-up. Today's word is word up. That's not today's word. Today's word is lollipop. And I love writing that one in cursive or brush lettering because multiple L's to me are just so much fun, but not with this brush pen. So far, I'm feeling good about the fine liners from this set, but I'm not a fan so far of the brush pen. I think it might be just because it's so fucking floppy. It's flaccid. It's limp and overly responsive, but yet never seems to get hard. Now we can stop with the penile things. I'm gonna take a second real quick, flop out my key. I'm just leaving this here for now, but I think I may use your guys' suggestion and attach it to the cover to flop it out when I start the new bullet journal. I do listen. Now you will notice here on my time tracker that I slept, woke up at 7, helped make sure my kids were getting ready for school, then went back to bed. I couldn't do it this morning. I could not be sentient. And that is one of the bonuses of being a middle school parent. Generally speaking, you still need to keep an eye on your kids when they're getting ready for school, but if they can walk to school, you can at least let them be somewhat responsible for themselves and hope that they make it to school on time. But they did, as far as I know. I guess I'll find out if the school calls me later today. Now it is time for me to make out my bullet journal for the day. I need to meal plan and do some grocery shopping, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I'm really brain dead. We'll figure that out. So here is my list for the day so far. I think I'm gonna probably add to it. A lot of things having to do with work and a couple of other things spilled over. Church emails and then a few things to do around the house involving packing and shit. Now notice with this packing list, I didn't check anything off. I just had it next to me. I didn't bother checking it off. But I like seeing everything written out. Now I still need to set my priorities for the week, which I probably will just do right now, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. Sometimes what I do when I set my priorities for the week, there's kind of two ways I do it. One thing I do is I look at my priorities for the last week and if there's anything I didn't finish, which there is. And then I check my task list to see if there's anything that is pressing for this week, which there is. And then finally, I'm gonna take a look at the stuff I have been working on last week in my Erin Condren to see what all needs to be carried over to this week that's really important. So there's my priorities for the week all set. And this is my bullet journal for the week all set up. So next week I will catch up on this. Also, if you are interested on Sunday, where is it? Let's double check. I am losing track of my thoughts. Sunday the 11th, so this coming up Sunday, I will be going live for a drink and plan with me, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time on this channel here, February 11th. Did that make sense? February 11th, blah, blah, blah. Let's just ping the information right up here, right about me. So stay tuned on this channel to see me doing some things, chilling like a villain, all that. And since now I'm already thinking about March because my new bullet journal is coming, the question I would love for you to answer today is, if you can, what color schemes might I use in March? Now, I know there's the whole St. Patrick's Day and everything else, but I'm just curious if you have ideas for like springtime, whatever, what kinds of colors together do you think would be pretty? I can't promise to use them, but I'd love to read your suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.